Welcome back everyone. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving / holiday, or just a good day in general. In this video, I want to talk about the chance of Kombat Pack 3 or a story for KP3 coming to Mortal Kombat 1. There's a couple reasons I'm doing this video, and one of the biggest reasons I am doing this video is because many of you on this channel are positive Mortal Kombat players that don't want to see this happen, because there are a lot of Mortal Kombat fans out there who don't believe KP3 or story expansion is actually cancelled. These fans are waiting for official word from NRS or WB. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. I know I've stated myself that I do think KP3 is probably going to be cancelled, but I want to do this in a very fair way that also addresses the audience on my channel that believes KP3 still has a shot, and being honest with myself, and that question is KP3 guaranteed to be cancelled? It's not. It's not guaranteed. So I'm going to be fair with myself and see your side of view, and also go over the reality of it as well. I'm going to share my point of view of why I think it does have a chance. And if KP3 does have a chance, which I think there's a very, very small chance, we have to consider this. Fate Unknown is a Redditor. Nobody knows the identity of this person. Also, it's true. WB, NRS, Ed Boon, nobody has said a word about KP3 or the story being cancelled. The weight of this news from one poster on Reddit has went viral in the community of Mortal Kombat and gaming in general. So being honest with myself and thinking about that, it's like, okay, an anonymous person on Reddit made a post. Yes, they have been accurate about everything they have posted since Mortal Kombat 1 has started. Well, technically before Mortal Kombat 1 has started, they were calling every roster slot and the appearance as they were revealed, and throughout the game's life cycle, Fate Unknown would call shots as the game would progress. But again, Fate Unknown is one person on Reddit. I can't help but express how powerful it is that this one person from Reddit has pretty much sealed the deal for most of the community. There are a lot of people in the community of my channel that don't believe KP3 is cancelled or refuse to believe it until the story is confirmed to be cancelled by NRS or WB. There's nothing wrong with that because they are waiting for the official source to announce it. But when I think on that, and I want to fairly interject, I think about MK1 and how we were expecting more content until 2 months before that content was expected to drop, they cut it. The last two videos I've done have been reporting about the news of Mortal Kombat 1 being cancelled, with Fate Unknown's first post and the second video being on his final post. This person has taken a huge risk in leaking this information because all the information he has provided, except for this questionable last post, has been accurate. Truly, I feel like it is worth accepting that much that he does know someone at NRS, or he's connected to someone at NRS, to know as much as he did when he shared it, because after it gained all this attention, it scared the hell out of him, I would say. Knowing you could have your date in court in this would not be fun. He did delete his account. He said he wouldn't be posting any more about NetherRealm Studios and that he was out. And then he really did delete his account. And I'm gonna go on a quick rant here for a second. The people that commented back on him on Reddit really aggravated me early on, because he did provide a lot of accurate information, and if you look at the posts, there was people arguing with him after he had shared many facts that would say things like, you're a fake, you're a hack, you're doing this for publicity, and it's like, this guy's not getting anything out of it. He's one Reddit account with no affiliated links or links of his own to be provided. And to show where some people's perception was at that time, I thought it was kind of funny to see that for Natara's slot, many people were like, we think you're wrong, it might be Chronica, and there was a lot of upvotes on that. It was one of the top responses. Now that's separate in itself, I just thought that was kind of fun to look at. I want to go back to the fellow fans that still think MK1 does have a shot for Kombat Pack 3 and the story. I think it would be amazing to see more MK1 content if done right, and I think some of it may be a shock to NRS. I don't know if it was a total shock, but we were still getting new content, like with Ghostface. We got the replay feature, and there's a lot you can really mess around with in there. Now, I don't know if Mortal Kombat 1 already had this plan, or if this was in response to the big wave that MK1's being cancelled, but just hours after that final message, MK1 posted online about the Mortal Kombat 2025 tournaments coming up. And while that does seem like a plus that MK1 is still sharing some news about the game, I really do think that could have been scheduled before the shots were called, or even after WB decides to cancel the game. They could still schedule some tournaments afterwards. My personal opinion, I think they were already planning on doing this competition, and then they found out the news, because a lot of me wants to be wrong on this and believing that KP3 is cancelled and the story is cancelled, but there's also a part of me that looks forward to a new Mortal Kombat as well. I had shared some in my previous video that if they continue to release content at the rate they are right now, I wouldn't be very fulfilled, and I would rather, if NRS can be allocated the time, to take their time on the next Mortal Kombat project and release it with a lot of content. content, because while I love MK1's combat and it's a very fun game to play, it felt like it lacked a lot in customization and content. Storm Collectibles was making the action figures that you could collect for MK, but around the time of MK1, they stopped contracting with them, so it was unfortunate. It just seemed like there wasn't a lot in the game or a lot going on outside of the game. The marketing felt weak in my opinion. I won't say entirely though. In the beginning, I felt like MK1 did have some decent marketing. I was happy to see Ed Boon go on to Hot Ones and talk about MK1. However, if you're a fan of the show, unfortunately, it was a shorter episode. I think one of the key takeaways that he shared during this interview was at NetherRealm Studios, if they want to change a decision in the game, it's like steering a ship. Like, sure, let's make this change, but now we have to let this person know that has to approve it, that has to let this person know that has to approve it, and it usually takes months.
Now if you have an idea,
6-month lead.
oh, at least it's like, you know, steering the Titanic. You know, you want to take a turn, you plan a month ahead and then you start turning. So it was, there's something about having an idea off the top of your head and being able to do it. Now it affects, you know, 30 people and you have to borderline get permission to do.
Now, I do see it brought up often that people compare MK11 and MK1. Some people find MK11 to be a better game through fighting and customization, and I know most of you know by now, but I do like to share, just in case for the new people chiming in, I prefer MK1's fighting way over MK11. However, there's customized features in MK11 that I would love to see in MK1, where I don't even see like a good replacement or anything in place of for MK11. But MK1 was so focused heavy on palettes, and unfortunately one gear piece, and really not much to do with your cameos. At least there was some customization there. They do have some brutalities and some of them do have 2 skins. I really felt like there should have been a lot more for cameos, like they all at least should have had 3 different skins to choose from. The reason I can't bash on it too hard is because we're starting to see that, but the game never got to its completion, or there is that chance that Kombat Pack 3 may come. And for those of you out there that do believe it, I would be thrilled to get more content for MK1, truly, because to your credit, all this weight again is coming off the comments of one Redditor, and it's just gone everywhere. And I think one of the reasons why so many people have ran with the idea that MK1 is done now is because they can see the writing on the wall, lack of content, and not being surprised at Chaos Reign's not selling well. Now, unfortunately, it didn't sell well, but again, that's according to Fate Unknown. We don't actually know the figures. However, if it was pretty successful, I think that would have been announced. But there was so much controversy over Cyrax and Sector. The main reason I wanted to make this video is to share why I can see how some people think there is a chance there could be a KP3 or story, and how right now none of us truly have the official answer. Well, really the only people who really know are the people working at NRS and WB, and maybe some insiders. I commend MK1 for taking the big changes and risks that it took, but some of the changes in the game I didn't care for myself either. So here's something serious that has to be considered. Who is Fate Unknown? If this was some kind of PR stunt, maybe it went too far, and that's why they backed out. Was he employed by WB or NRS, similar to how Marvel had someone like this before? But then it turned out to be beneficial for them, so they limited how much he could say, and they were paying him off to do it in a certain way. I'm pretty sure it was Marvel, someone got paid in that way to leak information after they were discovered by the company. What I'm getting at was, is Fate connected as a hype man for NRS or WB? That is a possibility. Or is he literally a leaker that's gone rogue? And who's to say, he could have got all this stuff right all along, which he has, and this could have been his troll moment and backed out. I'm saying that because we have to give the benefit of the doubt, anything is possible. I shared in my past couple videos that I think it is unlikely that KP3 or a story will come. And regardless of many of you disagreeing with me, you still showed support on that video, and I appreciate that so much. People could have trashed me in the comments, you guys could have disliked the video, but you didn't. You guys supported me and still showed that you could disagree, and why I'm thankful and why I should be fair and also sharing the other side of this debate too. That's how I know I have a good audience. I've already said it numerous times. I know I think it's unlikely. However, I still do want to see MK1 content continue. I'm not very impressed by Kombat Pack 3's roster. There are some characters I like in it. I really like the decision of just one guest character. Knowing that there could possibly be a story, even a different combat pack, I'd be really excited for it. Also, I really hope there's a cyborg skin for Smoke. I do have to be fair in addressing that not all my subscribers want to see Kombat Pack 3 come, and they're looking forward to the next Mortal Kombat game. So this is my shout out to you. I'm not alienating you. I appreciate your support too. I will be keeping up with this as we learn more, and posting other things Mortal Kombat related in between. Please do like and subscribe to support this channel. It means everything. I'm live here on YouTube on most nights. Jump in and hang out, and I'm very thankful to have you guys as an audience. That's all for this one, fellow fighters. I'll see you in the next video.